How to have a good date. Did you finally ask that girl you've been eyeing out on a date? Now, if so, are you ready for the big night? Whether you are nervous or excited, please continue listening for a few helpful planning tips. These tips, when followed, will help to ensure you and your date have a good time. To have a good first date, you must do something that is fun. Does your date hate crowded locations and loud music? If so, she may not like a bar or a concert, so opt for something else. If you just met her, you may be unaware of her likes and dislikes. Now, if that's the case, ask or offer a suggestion, but give her the option of changing it. Offer to pick her up for the date. The only exception would be if you met this woman online. She may feel uncomfortable providing you with her home address, so don't pressure her. Meet her at her favorite movie theater, bar, or restaurant. But if you already know where your date lives, always offer to pick her up. Arrive on time. When it comes to first dates, being late is unacceptable. It should not happen. If you want to wow and impress a girl, be on time. A late arriver implies that the date may not be important. A woman doesn't like to feel like she is second best. Start getting dressed and leave early to avoid being late. Be presentable. Whether you're meeting this woman for the first time or if you already know her, she will give you the once look over. She's doing this to see how presentable you are. You don't want to overdress, but never underdress. Always show up for a date with a nice hairstyle and clean clothes. Ask questions, but not too many. First dates are designed to get to know the other person. Now, to do so, you need to ask questions. Good conversation topics include work, family, and pets. Now, when asking questions, don't get too personal. With a high rate of divorce in the country, you may want to ask your date about her siblings but not her parents. Also, don't sound like you're interviewing her. Incorporate questions naturally into the conversations, not one right after another. And don't press your views on her. It is common for conversation awkwardness to happen on a first date. This is when neither of you know what to say. Now, if you reach this point, you may turn to news stories. Now, what is happening in the world will lead to conversation, but it can take a bad turn. Does your date not agree with you on politics, crime, and so forth? If so, that is fine, but don't press your views on her or turn your first date into a debate. This is one of the fastest ways to ruin a good time. Always listen to your date. Since first dates are awkward and you are likely nervous, your mind may slip away. This is okay, but be on your toes. Always listen to what your date has to say. Don't ask the same questions again. If you don't listen to your woman on the first date, she will assume the entire relationship will be like that. Remember, your goal is to score a second date, not to leave her unimpressed. Don't be afraid of a change of scenery. Is the movie boring or the restaurant too full? Don't assume you have to stay. Ask your date if she would like to leave and go elsewhere. Let her suggest the new destination. If you like the woman, but you aren't having a good time, change the scenery. Most important, ask her to do it again. Whether the date was fun or not, if you like the woman, ask her out again. This is the perfect way to end a good date.